Hello guys, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is the second lecture of basic Python. Okay, so we will start our today's lecture. Okay, so there, as there are so many candidates who could not able to understood the English or anything, so we will took our lecture in bilingual so that each and every candidate will be able to understand this course. Okay, so this is our last lectures folder. Okay, what is that folder? Basic Python. So if I double click it, so it will give Python day 1, and if I double click it, then it will open to this one. Okay, so now we are going to start our second lecture. So first you have to do one thing guys for me. So what is one thing? You have to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so that you can able to view the upcoming videos posted by me. तो चलिए गाइस शुरू करेंगे आज का सेशन. So first we give the title. So first we will see the calculation, mathematical calculation using Python. That means Python as a calculator. So you have to give the heading. So first here is a code na. So you have to convert this on markdown. Okay, and give heading. This is the first heading, welcome statement. You have to give one second heading. So give double hashtag. Okay, and then write Python as calculate. Okay, and run it. Yes. Now there are three types of number in Python. Okay? So generally so many numbers in mathematics, but in Python there are three types of number. So which are they? First one is an integer, second one is floating number, and third one is a complex number. Okay, so these are the three numbers. We will see these three numbers detail. Okay, so first we will see the basic calculations. Okay, that means the Python takes basic calculations or not. Suppose we take addition of these two numbers. Okay, so this is the addition, and if we run it, so we will get 134 as a output. If we take subtraction, okay, subtraction of these two numbers, then it will subtract. For multiplication we use star operator. Okay, so 45 star, this is a 35. Okay, so this is the multiplication of these two numbers. Okay, and in the last lecture guys, I told you that you have homework कि Python का founder कौन. So who is the founder of Python? You have to write in comment box. Okay, and from where the name Python is taken. Okay, so write in a comment box. Okay, now this is a multiplication of these two numbers. If you want to divide two numbers, दो numbers को अगर divide करना है, suppose this is a 78, this slash operator is used, 78 upon 34. So it will give you division also. And if you want floor division, okay, now guys, I will tell you what is floor division. Okay, 34. Okay, if we take this, then it will give you 89, only two only. And suppose we divide it, only divide it 89 upon 34. Okay, and run it. So it will be in floating number. So this is the floating number na. Decimals, some decimals are used, fractional part is there. This is a fractional part. Okay? This is fractional part 0.61. So this floor division removes this fractional part. फ्लोर डिवीजन क्या करती है? फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट को रिमूव कर देती है और जो इंटीजर पार्ट होता है उसको ही लेती है. Okay, so this is the floor division and division difference. Okay guys, now we will see some rule for the calculations. So generally in mathematics, you have learned this rule. Okay, B O D bracket of division of multiplication, addition and subtraction. Okay, okay, bracket of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Similarly in Python, there is a rule known as Pemdas. Okay? P E M A D sorry, Pem D A yes, Pemdas. So what is P represent, guys? P represent parenthesis. What P represent? P represent parenthesis. Parenthesis means, guys, in Python, parenthesis means this open bracket. Okay. Then E. E represent exponentiation. Exponentiation means power. Okay. Exponentiation means power. Suppose x to the power 2. Okay, so this is exponentiation. So first, what Python calculate? First, Python calculates the bracket, then it will go to the power function, then it will go to the m means multiplication, then it will go to the division, then it will go to the addition, and lastly go to the subtraction. So this is the Pemdas rule. Okay, so we will see this Pemdas rule in here also. Okay, so by coding. So how you can write? Suppose in bracket we write 23 minus 89, and this is multiplied to 45, and then uh, double star, okay, uh, 2, and then divided by 5, okay, and run it. So it will give this output. So how this output comes? Okay, let's see, guys, how this output comes. We have this rule, Pemdas rule. So using this Pemdas rule, we can reach to this output. Okay, Pemdas. So D. Okay. So first we have to see parenthesis. Parenthesis means this bracket. Okay. So 23 minus 89. So it will calculate some value. Then exponentiation. Exponentiation which is 45 raised to power 2 means 45 square. It will calculate 45 square. First it will calculate this subtraction. Okay. Suppose this is A subtraction. We call this subtraction as A. Then 45 square. Okay. And then multiplication. Then it will take this multiplication. Okay. So suppose this multiplication is some B number. Okay, then division, and then lastly divided by 5. Then it will reach to this output. Okay, so this is the Pemdas rule. So according to this Pemdas rule, we can calculate this one. Okay, now we will move to the next one. So if we give variable and then perform some operations on it, so we can take variables also. Okay, so suppose we take variable x is equal to 2, then y is equal to 2.8, 2.8. Okay, then z is equal to some integer, suppose 2j. Okay, 2j. As I told you guys, there are three types of number. Which types of this? Integer, floating number and complex. So these three numbers: integer, floating and complex. Okay, So these three numbers, okay, integer, floating, and complex. Now we have to perform some operations on it. Suppose we take x plus y. Okay, so what we get? We will get 4.8. Again, we take y plus z, y plus z. So it will give you 2.8 plus 2j. Okay, this is imaginary part and this is the real part. So it will convert it to complex number. So we can perform many number of operations. And suppose we give this x plus y as a z variable. Not z is already there. So a variable, and then a. Okay, run it. Then we will get same output. And suppose this is a b variable, b is equal to, and then b, run it. You will get same output. Just only we give this x plus y as a variable, a variable, and this y plus z as some another variable, b variable. And if you want to find a into b, then you can give a star b. So what is multiplication? So this is the multiplication of these two number. Okay, 4.8 multiplied to 2.8 and 4.8 multiplied to 2, and it will calculate multiplication. You can do these operations also in Python. Okay, so now if you want to check type of any number, okay, now this a is a number, b is number. Suppose we want to check the type of a. Okay, so type of a, and run it. So it will give you float. So देखो इधर क्या है, a. So this is a is a 4.8. It is floating number. Okay, floating number means it will be in points, decimals. Okay, then if you want to check type of b, so you can write as type of b and run it. So it will give you complex. Complex means guys this one. Where it is? Yes, this is b. So this is a complex number, 2.8 plus 2j. This is a complex. Okay. Now we will check again. Suppose a is equal to this number 6. Okay. B is equal to this number 8.9. Okay. And C is equal to this number 7j. Okay. These are the three numbers. And if you want to check the type of these numbers, print type of x, and then type of y, type of z also. Sorry, type of a, b, and c. Na, you have to write a, b, and c. A, b, and this is c. Okay. So if we run this, then you will get integer, floating number, and complex number. So 6 is an integer, 8.9 is a floating number, that's why it's written float, and 7j, c, is a complex number, that's why it is written complex. Okay. And now guys, I will tell you one thing, that these all things are done in one cell. That's why this is known as script. This is known as script in Python. This is the script. Okay, this is the script. That means we can perform number of operations in one cell. Okay, now if you want to check id, means देखो आइडेंटिटी होती है, हर एक की आइडेंटिटी, हम कॉलेज में जाते हैं, स्कूल में जाते हैं, हमें क्या होता है, आइडेंटिटी कार्ड होता है, उसकी कुछ तो आइडेंटिटी होती है। वैसे इस वेरिएबल ए की, बी एंड सी की आइडेंटिटी होगी। ओके, सो हम आइडेंटिटी चेक करेंगे प्रिंट फंक्शन का यूज करके। प्रिंट आइडेंटिटी मीन्स आईडी, आईडी ऑफ ए, सिमिलरली आईडी ऑफ बी, हाउ टू चेक। ओके, so next line, id of b and id of c. Okay, id of c, and if we run this, we will get first types, int, float, and complex, and then their IDs. They have different identities. Okay, 6920. Here is a 23. Okay, here is a 32. Here is a 322314. So these are the different identities. अब इधर ध्यान दो, ये क्या है, ए इज इक्वल टू 6, इसकी आइडेंटिटी क्या है, ये वाली आइडेंटिटी. ओके, अगर हम ए को कोई और वेरिएबल में लिखेंगे, ए की वैल्यू कुछ और लिखेंगे, सपोज 3. ओके, एंड if we check type of ID of A, then it will be give, this is the ID, this is A's ID. Okay, and this ID and this ID match this, these both IDs are not matched. Why this has happened? Because you have changed the value. There the value of A is 6, here the value of A is 3. Okay, that's why this ID is different. Okay, so this is the ID. Now here is a question. What is question? If we don't give this print function, if we don't give this print function, suppose I copied this same code ABC, okay, and paste to the next cell, okay, next cell, and give A, then B and C, okay, and run it, then you will get output 7J only. That means the last number only. It will not give the first two numbers. Why this is happening? Because we don't use the print statement. So for all these three outputs, you have to use print statement. अगर हम print statement use करेंगे तो क्या मिलेगा, हमें तीनों का आउटपुट मिलेगा, तीनों नंबर मिलेंगे, है ना, एक ही नंबर नहीं मिलेगा. लेकिन प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट नहीं दिया तो जो लास्ट का होता है वेरिएबल वही मिलेगा, दैट इज 7J, वही मिला. ओके, सो दिस इज द आईडी एंड टाइप. अब हम इंटीजर नंबर देखेंगे. ओके, सो अगेन हमें क्या देखना है, इंटीजर. सो गो टू द कोड, मार्क डाउन, एंड हियर अगर हमें पॉइंट में लिखना है, क्या लिखना है, पॉइंट में. सो यू हैव टू गिव हियर माइनस साइन, स्पेस, एंड राइट इंटीजर. ओके, integer, run it, so it will give you point. Okay, so integer. अब integer कैसे होता है, तो integer whole number होता है, that means it included 0. okay, integer में भी positive, integer में भी negative. हम तीनों केस लेंगे. suppose x is equal to 1, it is integer. y is equal to some another number, that is 6 7 8 4 5 9 3. This is big number, it is positive integer number. Okay, then z, हम लेंगे निगेटिव नंबर लेंगे सम. लेकिन निगेटिव नंबर किसमें लिखेंगे, ब्रैकेट में लिखेंगे. अगर ब्रैकेट में नहीं लिखा तो आपको एरर देगा, बिकॉज ये इक्वल टू माइनस ऐसा हो जाएगा ना, इसलिए ब्रैकेट में लिखना है 3 4 2. ओके, एंड देन 0 ऑल्सो. सपोज वी टेक w is equal to 0. okay, and if you want to check the types of these numbers, so you can print the type of firstly x, okay, then type of y, type of z. Okay, so we can check it in a script also. Type of x, type of y, and the last one is type of z, not last one, last second, and this is the last one, type of w. Okay, and run it, so you will get integer. So all these three numbers are integers, int 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 int. Okay, so this is the integer one. And if you want to check the id, so you can check id also. Okay, now here is one thing that you have to remember. That one thing is, if you perform your code on Google Colab, okay, if you perform your code on Google Colab, then there is a no option code and markdown like this. Okay, there is code and text only, so you could not give the title and point and like this. Okay, so if you want to write in text format, you can just click on text button and you just write text format. Okay, so you could not do these points and headings there. Okay, but you can run the same code there also. Okay, for coding it is very useful. Google Colab for mobile users. Okay, and those who use the Anaconda software or any software, there is idle software also. Okay, if you use the idle, then it will be work. Okay, now uh, we are going to move our next number, that is integer. Again, convert this to markdown. You have to write floating number. So floating number. Okay, so this is floating number and you can run it. So this floating number, again floating number is either positive or negative. Floating means it includes fractional part. Okay, so we give a is equal to some floating number, suppose 2.34. Okay, and b is equal to some number 3.6. Okay, and c is equal to some negative number. Okay, minus that is 78.67. Okay, so these are the three numbers, and if you want to check the types of these numbers, okay, so you can check the types. Okay, so I just copied this one. It, you have to check the type of a na, so you can write here a, here is a b, and here is a c. Okay, and if we run this, so it will give you output, that is a floating number. So these three, all three numbers are floating numbers: 2.34, 3.6, and so on. So this is the floating number. Okay, now we will move to the third number. What is the third number? It is complex. So convert again this to markdown, use the minus sign, and this is the complex number. Okay, and run it. You will give this complex number, and again write some complex number. Suppose I give here again x is equal to some complex number is 3 plus 5g. Okay, here complex number is real plus imaginary. Okay, so this imaginary part generally in mathematics we represent by I. Okay, but in Python you have to give j. Okay, imaginary part multiplied by j. Okay, so this is x number, y, so y is equal to, suppose this is a 6j, and complex number negative भी हो सकता है, तो z is equal to negative में लिखेंगे, suppose this is 8j. Okay, so we have to check again type of these numbers na, so you can just it here. Okay, x, y, and z, and run it. So all these three numbers are complex numbers. Okay guys, it's very simple. You have to just check the type. You can check id also, id of these numbers. It will give you different identities. Okay, now we can convert the numbers into another number. Okay, but we could not convert the complex number to integer and floating number, but we convert integer to floating number, then floating number to integer, integer to complex number, floating number to complex number. We see all the cases. Okay, and I will tell you that in the description there is a notes link. You can click the link and you will get the notes also of this today's lecture and this ipynb file also. Okay, so check the description box, you will get the link, and those who could not able to view the first lecture, that is the software installation, so there is in description the link also given. डिस्क्रिप्शन में वो लिंक भी दी गई है, आप देख सकते हैं. ओके, तो फर्स्ट लेक्चर की लिंक भी है और नोट्स की भी है एंड दिस फाइल की भी है. सो आपको सब मटेरियल मिलेगा. ओके, चलो, सो हम देखेंगे अब conversion types, okay, or type conversion. So give the heading. So this is again second heading. So type conversion, okay. So conversion, run it. Yes, type conversion. Now I will give some three numbers. Suppose x is equal to, I take this integer number, y is equal to, I will take a floating point number 4.5, and z is complex number, suppose 8g, okay, 8g. तो दिस आर दी थ्री नंबर, ये तीनों नंबर है, आपको क्या करना है, इसको कन्वर्ट करना है। अब हम इधर डिस्क्रिप्शन भी दे सकते हैं इस नंबर की, ये 2 है, ओके, x इक्वल टू 2 है। सो इसकी डिस्क्रिप्शन क्या लिखेंगे, हैशटैग देंगे, 2-3 स्पेस देके हैशटैग देंगे, और इसकी डिस्क्रिप्शन लिखेंगे ये क्या है, इंटीजर है, इंटीजर, ओके। तो अगर हम ऐसा लिखेंगे ना तो कुछ नहीं होगा, इनपुट आउटपुट पे कुछ इफेक्ट नहीं होगा। अगर ये हैशटैग सिंबल निकाल लेंगे, ओके, हैशटैग सिंबल निकाल लेंगे तो आउटपुट में आपको एरर आएगा, ओके। सो हियर अगेन hashtag, this is a floating number, so you can give the description of this number, floating number, okay. And this is a complex one, so you can give the description of this number as complex, okay. So you can run now। हम क्या करेंगे, अब फर्स्ट जो इंटीजर x उसको फ्लोटिंग में कन्वर्ट करेंगे। सो हेडिंग देंगे पॉइंट में, तो what is heading, heading is integer to floating point, floating point, okay, run it। so you have to use float function here, ये इंटीजर है, आपको इसको किस में कन्वर्ट करना है, फ्लोट में। सो फ्लोट फंक्शन का यूज करेंगे। सो मैं ए वेरिएबल देता इसको, ए इज इक्वल टू फ्लोट, इसका फ्लोट करना है एक्स का, एक्स का है इंटीजर, उसको फ्लोटिंग में कन्वर्ट करना है। सो ए, and if we run this, so it will give 2.0, this 2.0 is floating number, okay, integer to float। अब floating point to integer, अब क्या करेंगे, floating to integer, so float to integer, okay। इसको हम b में कन्वर्ट करेंगे, b वेरिएबल में लिखेंगे, b इज इक्वल टू, इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट करना है ना, तो इंटीजर, इंटीजर किसका, फ्लोटिंग नंबर का। फ्लोटिंग नंबर क्या है हमारे पास, y, तो y को रखेंगे, रन इट, सॉरी बी भी देना पड़ेगा तभी आउटपुट आएगा। सो बी एंड रन इट, so it will give you 4, okay। so what is floating number here, here is a floating number 4.5, it will remove the fractional part and only give the integer part, that is 4, okay। now float to integer हुआ, अब क्या है, integer to complex, okay, integer to complex, so we can convert this int to complex, int means integer, okay, short form, into complex। सो इसको मैं c वेरिएबल देता, c इज इक्वल टू, अब किसमें कन्वर्ट करना है, कॉम्प्लेक्स। तो क्या लिखेंगे, कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑफ किसका, इंटीजर का, इंटीजर क्या है हमारे पास, x, एंड देन लिखेंगे c। इफ वी रन दिस, तो वी विल गेट 2 + 0i, सॉरी 0j, दैट मीन्स x हमारे पास क्या है, 2 है, ओके। तो 2 + 0j इज अ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर, सो दिस x integer is converted to the complex number। now float to complex number, floating point to complex, so convert this float to complex, okay। now कैसे कन्वर्ट करेंगे, अब कॉम्प्लेक्स में कन्वर्ट करना है, so again लिखेंगे d is equal to complex, okay। कॉम्प्लेक्स किसको कन्वर्ट करना है, फ्लोट, फ्लोट हमारे पास क्या है, y है, so y को फ्लोटिंग में कन्वर्ट करेंगे, the thing and d, तो रन इट, ये मिलेगा that is 4.5 plus 0j. Okay, I will resize this one so you can able to view. Okay, yes, so देखो हमारे पास y क्या है, फ्लोटिंग नंबर है ये वाला। इस फ्लोटिंग नंबर को हमने किस में कन्वर्ट किया, कॉम्प्लेक्स में, दिस। ओके, नाउ अब क्या करेंगे, इंटीजर को कॉम्प्लेक्स में हुआ, फ्लोटिंग को कॉम्प्लेक्स में। कॉम्प्लेक्स टू इंटीजर होता है क्या, देखेंगे हम क्या कॉम्प्लेक्स टू इंटीजर। ई वेरिएबल देंगे, ई इज इक्वल टू इंट ऑफ, किसका करना है, कॉम्प्लेक्स का। कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर क्या है हमारे पास, जेड। ओके, एंड देन इसको ई कहें। ओके, एंड इफ वी रन दिस इट विल गिव एरर, सो कांट कन्वर्ट द कॉम्प्लेक्स टू इंटीजर, मीन्स कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर को हम इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते। सिमिलरली कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर को हम फ्लोटिंग नंबर में भी नहीं कन्वर्ट कर सकते। देखना है तो देख लो, एफ इज इक्वल टू सम फ्लोट, कौन से नंबर को करना है, जेड को करना है, जेड। ओके, वन सेकेंड, कांट कन्वर्ट टू फ्लोट। ओके, या ऐसा भी लिखेंगे तो भी वही आएगा, इट विल नॉट कन्वर्ट कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर टू फ्लोटिंग नंबर। ओके, दिस इज द सिंपल थिंग। ओके गाइस, नाउ these are the three numbers। अगर हमें रैंडम नंबर लेना है, क्या रैंडम नंबर, रैंडमली कौन सा भी नंबर चूज करना है, कोई भी रेंज दी हुई थी उसमें से रैंडम नंबर चूज करना है, हम लिखेंगे रैंडम नंबर एंड रन इट। तो रैंडम नंबर क्या है, अब लाइब्रेरी है रैंडम नाम की, एक लाइब्रेरी पाइथन में, उसको इंपोर्ट करना होगा, उस मॉडल को इंपोर्ट करना होगा। अगर हम उसको इंपोर्ट करेंगे, ओके, उसको इंपोर्ट करेंगे तभी हमें क्या मिलेगा, रैंडम नंबर। ओके, तो कैसे इंपोर्ट करेंगे, इंपोर्ट रैंडम। ओके, सो दिस इज द फंक्शन import, this is a keyword। Okay, we will see what is import, why we use import, okay, all these things। So random is the module name, you have to import it and run it। Okay, now it is imported, now use random dot rand range, मीन्स रैंडम रेंज का नंबर देने, दो नंबर देने, कोई भी दो नंबर 1 to 10 लेंगे, क्या 1 to 10 लेंगे, इसको रन करेंगे, तो रन करेंगे तो हमें क्या मिला, 4 मिला। ओके, कोई भी रैंडम नंबर चूज, अगेन सेकेंड बार रन करेंगे, ओके 4 मिला, अगेन नेक्स्ट टाइम, देन इट विल गिव 9, again if we run this it will give 9, again if we run it will give 7। okay, it will give any number between this range 1 to 10। so in this way we can choose the random number। okay, now हमें क्या करना है, वेरिएबल्स के कुछ रूल होते हैं, वेरिएबल को नेम कैसे देना। ओके, सो हम अगेन टाइटल देंगे वेरिएबल नेम। ओके, वेरिएबल name rules। okay, variable name rules, these notes are provided to you in a description, you can check it। okay, variable name rules। अब वेरिएबल कैसे कैसे देंगे हम, देखो वेरिएबल नेम मस्ट स्टार्ट विद अ लेटर, वो किससे स्टार्ट होना चाहिए, लेटर और सम सिंबल। ओके, so this is my variable is equal to some I write 23, Python accept this। okay, if we write variable name as my underscore variable is equal to 24, it will also accept। okay, if you write my variable 1 to any integer at last is equal to 12, it will also accept. Okay, again if you write capital one, okay, so my variable is equal to 4, it will also accept. Okay, uh, whole string in capital, my variable is equal to 67, it will also accept. Okay, again if you write underscore my underscore variable, this type of variable is also accepted by Python. Okay, then what is remaining? Yes, second one, this is my, and then capital variable, this is also accepted. Okay, this is also accepted, but which is not accepted or which is illegal variable? Okay, so the illegal variable is this one. Suppose we start with number, variable name start with number, write my variable is equal to 45, then it will give error, invalid syntax. Okay, because of this 4. So don't start the variable name with number. This is your rule. Again, second one, if you write this as my, and then suppose this is this one, and variable is equal to 33, it will not accept again. Okay, yes, and if you give here suppose another sign, dollar, okay, it will also not accept any sign, but instead of underscore, if you give underscore, it will accept. If you write this percentage, it is also, it is operator, so you cannot write this as a variable. Okay, again third one is, if you give the space between these two names, my variable is equal to 90, it will also give you error. Okay, these are the some rules for writing the variables. Okay guys, hope all of you understood this today's lecture. So thank you for watching the video. In the next lecture we will see the next topics. Thank you.